money. Everyone wants to know about it, but nobody wants to talk about it. So today, in this video, I want to explain to y'all how much money you can make as a content creator in the sports industry. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. What is up? Welcome back. Pete here. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. My name is Pete Gottschalk, producer and content creator for Major League Baseball. And in this video, I just want to talk about money. Like I said, and money is a very taboo thing to talk about, but people want to know it in the end. People are curious about it, which is understandable before going into a profession or choosing a certain lifestyle. Before I get into all of this, I just want to preface this whole video, as I often do with videos when I talk about sensitive stuff. I just want to say that I'm not trying to brag about how much money I make, and I'm not trying to out my employer and say I don't make enough money, because I'm not trying to do either of those things. Like I said, money, stuff like this is very taboo to talk about. It's hard to talk about specifics primarily, but it's important. Someone who talks about videography and content creation a lot through these videos on this YouTube channel, I think you guys want to know the money situation. I think it's important to know the money situation. Like I said before, going down this career path, it's part of this general knowledge that I'm trying to give about this whole sports industry, sports content creation profession. I haven't explained this yet, but I'm on the top floor of my apartment's complex parking deck, and we are looking at Buckhead, Atlanta that way, downtown and midtown that way behind those trees. The reason I'm out here is to get some drone shots. If you watch my vlogs or these types of videos, these tutorials, you know that I use a lot of drone shots transitioning, and I've been using the same ones for a couple months now. I don't know if anyone's caught on to that, but I need to update them, so that's why I'm up here. This is the second time I'm filming this whole shebang because I forgot a memory card and then I forgot to turn the Rode mic on. Nobody's perfect, guys. Surprisingly, not even me. It is widely known that the sports industry is underpaid, not just in content creation, but across the board. And that essentially comes from, there's a trade-off in this job, is that working in sports is very cool. You get a lot of experiences that are really awesome at games, events, with athletes, celebrities, things like that. It is generally a profession that no matter where you are in a franchise or a league or an organization, people want to work for them. People will take a lower wage to get the benefits of working for under one collective umbrella. A team where you have a cause on the field where you're all kind of pulling for that team and you're all pushing for this one goal. As corny as it sounds, it is true. I used to work at DC United, and all those people were pretty underpaid and overworked, but the camaraderie in the office with the DC logo, open face office, like their open floor office, it was super cool to see. And that's the trade-off in this industry that you need to understand when you go in. That's not to say no one makes any money, because people do, but you need to understand that this industry is going to be more underpaid than most other jobs at maybe a big corporation. And if you're a videographer or a content creator, photographer especially, you're not gonna make as much money with a full-time job as you are freelance, consistently on a job-to-job hourly basis. You just won't. Another thing important to note, and this goes for more of jobs curtailed to content creation, whether that be telling stories as a videographer or taking photos or being a social media manager, posting stuff on socials. People always want to do your job for less, mainly because it is such a cool experience. You're on the field, you're in the front row, you're on the sideline, you're interacting with athletes, you're interacting with all-star celebrities, things like that. And sad to say is a lot of people do this for clout, but it doesn't matter. It does affect wages, sadly. And I believe truly if you do enjoy telling stories through videos, photos, and interacting and showing off player personalities through being a social media manager, you won't care about the clout. But that is a big issue in this industry, and it does affect wages big time. Now, with all of that being said, on a personal note, and I said I would get specific with y'all, and this is the part that gets really taboo and weird to talk about, but I feel like it's, like I said, important for you guys to understand how much money there is in this industry. So when I got out of college, I was making $23 an hour as a part-time VCC with Major League Baseball. And that was a video content creator role that I took literally a month before the pandemic. Got very lucky, but it was pretty much full-time during this season. We just didn't have any benefits and whatnot. And that's okay, because I was on my mom's health insurance and had all of those benefits too. And I imagine if you are just out of college, a lot of you are on that too. I still have a lot of friends on it, and you can be on it till you're 26. So it's strictly $23 an hour, but at the beginning of this season, we got a raise to $28 an hour, but the role kind of became more part-time, which was fine because it allowed me to do more freelance work, which I did take advantage of in, I think, a pretty efficient way. So $28 an hour comes out to, I think, about like a little under $47 a year. That's what we were sitting at. Still, again, no benefits. But come June, I was actually going to take another job, but I ended up not, because there was an opportunity with MLB as a full-time content creator in kind of a similar vein that I'm doing that I did prior. That whole thing happened, and now I make in the 60s. I don't make 60, I don't make 70. I'm gonna just tell you I make in the 60s, just to be transparent. And I am not trying to brag or out my employer or anything like that. I don't want to seem like that guy. But I can do a little bit of freelance if it fits my schedule, and I imagine in the off season I will get a little bit. In addition to that salary, on the other hand, I have made a good amount through freelance this year, and again, most of this was made early on in the year, in the first half before I took the full-time opportunity, and I have made about $17,000, a little under, as a freelancer this year, and that's doing remote edits for agencies, local stores, local brands, some work with the Braves early on this year, and various other things have totaled about $17,000. And that income brings me to about, 80-ish thousand a year. And that is pretty good income, I'd say, for a videographer. Now, I do work a lot. That MLB salary is definitely hard earned, but I can't complain. It's a great job. I love doing it. I'm out there on the field, grinding, working hard outside in the sun. I'm not at an office. So that salary is very well earned. But freelance is where ultimately the opportunity lies, on an hourly and project basis if you want to make money in this industry as a content creator, videographer, photographer, whatever it be. So I came out to the park to shoot this video. That's for some nice transitions, and then also go for a run. Got 3 miles in at about a little under 9-minute pace. Not terrible, not great. It is what it is though. Cheers. If there's one thing I want y'all to take away from this video, is that you have to go into the understanding when the sports content creation industry that you won't make as much money as your friends in finance and things like that. It's just not gonna happen. But the trade-off is there. You are going to have a job that is very fun. You have a lot of experiences. You're not at a desk. You get more flexible hours, odds are. Really, it's a trade-off. If that's for you, then go ahead and do it. But don't go in with the understanding you're gonna make $100K out of college, because that's just not gonna happen. Now, I will say, and I did mention this, is the freelancing side of things. If you want to be a freelancer, and if you have skills that are good enough to be able to freelance consistently, that is where your money is going to be made. You're going to make so much on an hourly rate. That is a whole nother topic for a whole nother video, pricing your freelance, but I want you guys to also understand that freelancing is where your money is made, but there are trade-offs where you're not gonna have benefits maybe, your schedule's gonna be erratic, something like COVID could happen again, hopefully not, but like an event like that, it's not gonna be as stable. Your job's not gonna be as stable as like a 9-to-5 job or a full-time job with a sports team, which is what I prefer, and I prefer to supplement that with a little bit of freelance here and there if I can fit it in. So that's my spiel for today. I hope y'all were able to get some value from this video. If you do have any questions, let me know in the comments section below. And cheers, and I will see y'all in the next video.